We will now discuss the solution of a problem that appeared in the joint entrance examination main held on 27th June 2022 in the second shift. The problem is related to the tautology of the given four logical statements, and this question is from the section Mathematical Reasoning. This question is from the section Mathematical Reasoning. The given question is, which of the following statement is a tautology? We are given four statements. Option A in brackets, negation of Q and P and Q. Option B in brackets, negation of Q and P, and in brackets P and negation of P. Option C in brackets, negation of Q and P, or in brackets P or negation of P. Option D in brackets P and Q, and in brackets negation of P and Q. Now we have to find that statement which is a tautology from the given four options. Before entering into the discussion of the solution of the problem, let us recall the definitions of tautology, contradiction, and contingency. Tautology. A compound proposition is called a tautology if it is always true for all possible truth values of its variables. Agreed? And the example is P or negation of P will be true always for all truth values of P. Contradiction is also called fallacy. A compound proposition is called a contradiction or a fallacy if it is always false for all possible truth values of its variables. Example, P and negation of P. It will be always false for all truth values of P. Contingency. A statement which is neither a tautology nor a contradiction is called a contingency. That means it takes at least one truth value true and the other truth value false at least once. Example, P and Q. Agreed. We go to our given question and discuss. Let us take first the option A. The statement given is negation of Q and P in brackets and Q. Agreed. We use commutative law, and to bring this Q to the front, so we use commutative law. If you use commutative law, this is equivalent to, logically equivalent to Q and in brackets negation of Q and P. We use associative law and we associate these two variables. We use associative law. It's logically equivalent to Q and negation of Q and P. Recall, Q and negation of Q is a contradiction. That means it will be always false for all possible truth values of P. So this is equivalent to F and P. And F and P, for all truth values of P, it will be F. It will be false. That means for all truth values of P and Q, the given statement is false. That means it is a contradiction. That means the given statement is not a tautology. On the other hand, it is a contradiction. Agreed. We move to option B. Option B says, in brackets, negation of Q and P, and in brackets, P and negation of P. Look at this one, P and negation of P. This is a contradiction. So this will be always false for all truth values of P. So this is equivalent to the first one is the in brackets negation of Q and P and F. And now recall P and F. P and F is F always for all truth values of P. Therefore, it is F. That means for all truth values of P and Q, it will be false. That means it is a contradiction and it is not a tautology. So the given expression is not a tautology and it is a contradiction. Let's move to option C. In brackets, negation of Q and P are, in brackets, P or negation of P. Look at this. This is a tautology. So this is T for all truth values of P. So this is equivalent to the first one as it is RT. And recall, for any truth value of P, P or T is logically equivalent to T. So it is T. So that means it is true. It is true for all possible truth values of P and Q. Therefore, it is a tautology, and that's our answer. Option D. P and Q in brackets and in brackets negation of P and Q. Now this is one statement. It is one statement. Let's say P and Q one statement and negation of that statement. So P and negation of P is F. That is a contradiction. That's a contradiction, and hence it will take false F. It will be always false for all truth values of P and Q. Agreed. So that means it is not a tautology and it is a contradiction. Now the answer to this question is that the option C is a tautology. So the answer is option C. So that is the detailed discussion of the solution of the problem from the section mathematical reasoning, and the question is based on the concepts of tautology and contradiction. And it is a very simple and straightforward problem, and I am sure that you have understood the solution of this problem, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.